What's up, everyone? We are here in the Jurassic room, and today we're going to be looking at one of the greatest Jurassic toy lines ever made, the Lost World Jurassic Park. And as you can see on my review table, I have the entire toy line, Series 1 and Series 2, brand new in the package for us to take a look at. We've got some absolutely iconic toys in this toy line, some that are extremely rare, extremely valuable. I've even got different variants and all kinds of things for us to take a look at. So let's go ahead and enjoy the most comprehensive Lost World Jurassic Park toy line review that's ever been made. So here is the entire Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. So we're going to start by taking a look at the Series 1 cardback dinosaurs. And the first one we have right here is the Velociraptor, codenamed Cyclops Raptor. And this is a really sweet figure, as all of you guys can see. It's a very unique and different looking raptor than the other Kenner Raptors that we've gotten. It's got a little bit, or a lot of bit, of a different sculpt. It's got a pretty cool paint job. And if you can look real closely over here, you can see one of the eyes is scarred, hence the name Cyclops Velociraptor, which is really cool. It also comes with a little bit of capture gear as well, which is famous for a lot of the Kenner Jurassic Park toys. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Cyclops Velociraptor right here, and advertisements for all of the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys, which is really cool. But this Cyclops Raptor right here is a sweet first dinosaur for us to take a look at, and one that is very nostalgic from my childhood for me. Next, we have the Triceratops, or as it says on there, trike, which is really cool. So this is an interesting looking Triceratops sculpt right here. It is a bit small and doesn't scale up with the dinosaurs as well, but you could always think of it as a juvenile. But again, I'm going to say good things about all these toys because they're all so nostalgic for me. But it's got a pretty cool paint job and interesting sculpt. Of course, you can see the JP Site B right there, which is on all their legs. And then it's got this really cool capture gear that goes around the heads and the horns. Now, when we look on the back of the box, we get another good look at our trike right here. And of course, more advertisements for the Lost World Jurassic Park toys. Now, while this isn't the greatest Triceratops toy that we've ever gotten, it is still pretty cool and can act as an awesome juvenile Triceratops. Next, we've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex, or the Junior T-Rex, which is really cool. This one is very special to me because I had a bunch of these as a kid. And not only that, it's a very special dinosaur from the Lost World Jurassic Park. It's the only time in the franchise that we got a juvenile T-Rex. So we got a really awesome sculpt here, a cool paint job. I love the patterning on it. And then, of course, we've got a little muzzle and a brace for the leg, since the leg does get broken in the movie, so you can really recreate some of the movie scenes, which is awesome. Now we look at the back of the box, another good look at our Junior T-Rex, and of course, advertisements for the Lost World toys. But overall, this is a very cool one, a very nostalgic one, and one that if you're a Lost World toy collector, you definitely have to have in your collection, because you got to have the two big T-Rexes, and you need your Junior T-Rex to go along with it. Next up, we've got the Velociraptor, codename Raptor, which is super sweet, and this is the classic tiger striped version. Now, it is just a repaint from the Velociraptor we got from the original Jurassic Park toy line, but it does have some different colorations to make it look a little bit more like the tiger raptors from the second movie. We, of course, also get all kinds of really cool capture gear, and you can see Raptor breaks free of restraint gear, which is really cool. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Lost World Velociraptor right there, and of course some more advertisements here. But something I want you to pay attention to, guys, is the color of the eye on this Velociraptor. So you see how it has a yellow eye, because the next toy we're about to take a look at, that is a very important detail. Now we've got another Velociraptor, codename Raptor, which may look exactly the same, but like I was saying just a second ago, guys, pay attention to the eye. This one has a green eye, so this is our first variant in the video. This is the green-eyed variant Velociraptor. Now, the yellow-eyed variant that we just took a look at is a little bit more common than this green-eyed variant, so any of you collectors that are absolutely nuts like me, you're going to want to make sure that you get both versions. And when they show it on the back of the box, you actually see the green eye one, which is really, really interesting. But there are two versions to this awesome Lost World Jurassic Park Velociraptor. Next, we have the Dilophosaurus, codename Spitter, which is really awesome. And again, this is another repaint from the original Jurassic Park toy line, but we've got a vastly different paint job with this gray and blue and a little bit of green on the crest on the head, which looks really cool. And this version comes with capture gear as well, which may make it a little bit more intricate than the version we got from the original Jurassic Park, but it says Spitter blasts of venom spray. So you can actually squeeze the stomach, put it underwater, it'll fill up with water, and then you can squeeze it again to spray its venom, which is pretty cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Dilophosaurus, or Spitter as we can call it, and of course more advertisements for the Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But overall, this is another really unique one right here. I love the colorations on it, and it's a great addition to this collection. Now, the last cardback dinosaur we have right here to take a look at in Series 1 is the Pachycephalosaurus, codenamed Ramhead. And this is another one that got a repaint from the original Jurassic Park toy line, except for this time we got this really cool green coloration right here. We, of course, get our capture gear as well, which is really sweet. And it says Ramhead breaks free of restraint gear, which is really, really cool. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Pachycephalosaurus, and once again, more advertisements for more Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But overall, this is a pretty cool Pachycephalosaurus right here. This one's a little bit more in scale from what we saw in the movies, so I think that is pretty sweet, and it is an awesome figure. But now let's go ahead and check out all of the Lost World Jurassic Park Series 1 human figures that are on cardback. So here we are with all of our Series 1 human figures on the card back. So let's look at all of them, starting with Eddie Carr, Master Mechanic right here, which is pretty sweet. We've got our Eddie Carr figure right here. He's got a Capture Claw launcher, which is pretty cool. And then we get a Triceratops hatchling. So something really cool about all of these old vintage Jurassic Park toys is the human figures always came with hatchling dinosaurs, which I always loved. I think it just adds so much versatility to your collection. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Eddie Carr with his grabber right there and the Triceratops hatchling, and then of course advertisements for the other toys. But overall, this is a pretty cool figure right here, and something I love about the Lost World toy line is we got so many different human figures to represent so many different characters from the movie. Next, we have Ian Malcolm, Chaos Expert, and I don't think Malcolm needs any sort of introduction, but here is our Malcolm figure, which is looking pretty cool. He's even got some binoculars on him, and then he's got a launching smart missile, as you guys can see right here, and this time he comes with a T-Rex hatchling, which is really, really sweet. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Malcolm and the T-Rex hatchling, and then, of course, advertisements for some of the other toys, but Malcolm was probably the most important character in the Lost World Jurassic Park and the most popular one, so it's nice that we got a good figure of him, and giving him a T-Rex hatchling is a pretty cool call to me. Next, we've got Nick Van Owen, Video Expert, and as you can see, we've got Nick Van Owen right here in his pretty cool outfit. He's got his paralyzing spray blaster right here, and it comes with a Pteranodon hatchling, which is really, really cool. Overall, I really like this set right here, and I like how you can get that backpack on him. I think it's pretty sweet. Now, when we look at the back of the box again, another good look at Nick Van Owen and the Pteranodon hatchling, and then, of course, some other advertisements. But this Nick Van Owen is really cool. But again, guys, I want you to pay attention to something on this figure. Look at that hat on top of his head, because we're about to see something interesting in just a second. So now we've got another Nick Van Owen figure, and this one is a variant because he does not have a hat. So again, we've got a lot of variants in this Lost World Jurassic Park toy line, but outside of him missing his hat, which is funny, the hat is on the picture on the back of the box, but outside of him missing his hat, this figure is the exact same as the Nick Van Owen that we just looked at. Next up, we have Dieter Stark Weapons Specialist. And this is another cool one. I like this figure. I love that InGen tattoo on his arm, and the camo pants and everything are looking pretty sweet. And of course, he comes with a Savage Strike Compy and Dino Fighting Action, which is pretty cool. He's got some weapons right here. But what's really cool is that Compy has a magnet on it, which actually magnetizes to him. Because if you guys remember in the movie, Dieter Stark got attacked by a bunch of Compies. So that is really sweet. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Dieter Stark, the Compy, and then of course advertisements for the rest of the figures. But overall, this is one of the cooler figures to me, just because of the fact that the Compy can magnetize onto Dieter Stark, makes it very easy to recreate scenes from the movie. The next figure we have here is Roland Tembo, Great Hunter, and this is another cool one because he was such a cool character in the movie. But you can see we got our Roland Tembo figure right here, his little cowboy hat that even says InGen on the side, which is really cool. He's got a stun prod here, a little knife, and a Pachycephalosaurus hatchling, or as they put, Paco hatchling. But that is really sweet, and it actually lines up with the colors of the Pachy that we looked at earlier, which is really awesome. Now, when you look at the back of the box, again, a good look at Roland Tembo, his weaponry, and the Pachycephalosaurus hatchling, and then, of course, advertisements for some of the other figures. But again, we've gotten so many human figures in this toy line, and I really appreciate it. But now, here we go again, something to pay close attention to, guys. Look at that head sculpt. Look really closely at it, because we're going to see something interesting in just a second. And now we've got another Roland Tembo figure right here, but this time it's another variant, because look at that head sculpt. It is different from the one that we just took a look at. So another variant alert right here. And if we actually look on the back of the box, it is the head sculpt of the other version that we just took a look at. So that is super interesting. I'm not sure if they did all these things on purpose to try to entice collectors, but clearly it worked on me. But overall, a very cool figure, but this one is the exact same as the one we just looked at, minus out the head sculpt. Next up, we got Peter Ludlow, Battle Strategist, and this is a pretty cool one. He is a nice looking figure. Again, got that InGen on the sleeve, which is really cool. And then he's got a slash action machete, a little weapon, some other weaponry, and a raptor hatchling. And I love the Velociraptor, so that is very cool. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at Peter Ludlow and his little Velociraptor hatchling. And then, of course, much more toys to take a look at on the back of the box. But this is a sweet figure right here, and this one is a little bit more on the rare side when it comes to the Lost World Jurassic Park human figures. This is probably the second most rare human figure to get your hands on from Series 1, so that does make it pretty cool. Now, the last human figure we have right here to take a look at is Sarah Harding, Animal Behavior Specialist. And this is a sweet figure, as you guys can see. Look at that JP on the shoulder. And we get some really cool features of this. She gets her little camera that can go around her neck. We've got a capture net launcher as well, and a Stegosaurus hatchling. And that is the perfect hatchling to put with this figure, since the first time you see her in the beginning of the movie, she is photographing Stegosauruses and actually taking a look at a baby one. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Sarah Harding, her net launcher, and of course the Stegosaurus hatchling, and then more advertisements for the Lost World Jurassic Park figures. But overall, she is a pretty cool character, and her figure right here is looking awesome as well. And this one right here is the rarest of the human figures from Series 1. So if you're looking to get your hands on this one in box in your collection, it may run you up a bit of a pretty penny, but it is worth it because it's an awesome figure. But now that we've taken a look at all of these Series 1 human figures on the card backs, let's go ahead and start taking a look at the medium-sized figures from the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. So here we are with all of our medium-sized dinosaurs. So let's look at all of them, starting with this Chasmosaurus right here, codename Plateface. What a cool and unique species right here. This is a beautiful sculpt, and the paint job looks pretty cool as well. And of course it says try me, pull leg back for terrifying cry. So it's not really, the sound effects aren't going to work anymore because it's so old, but here's how it would work. You can hear it ever so faintly. But super cool, and I love the box cutout window. I love how the vegetation comes up right here. They really paid a lot of attention to detail with these. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Chasmosaurus, and of course some advertisements for some of the other Lost World toys. But again, this is an awesome little ceratopsid dinosaur right here, and another great one from this toy line. Next up, we've got the Spinosaurus, codename Slice, and this is the first ever Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Spinosaurus toy we got well before Jurassic Park 3 was even a thing, and it looks so different from the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Obviously, does not have a prolonged mouth right there, and it has a little bit of a smaller sail in completely different colors, and of course, it's got a try me method as well. You pull down the arm for a ferocious roar, and actually, the batteries are still working on this one all the way from 1997. I don't know how that's possible, but let's check it out. So you get a little chomping and a little sound effects. Very, very sweet. Now when we look at the back of the box again, we get a better look at our Spinosaurus and some more advertisements, just like with all of the rest of the toys. But this is a very unique one, and one that's a little bit lost in history probably for some people, since we're so used to the look of the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. But we all got to remember, this is where it started with Kenner right here. Next up, we have the Parasaurolophus, codename Hornhead, and honestly guys, this is one of the best figures in the entire Lost World Jurassic Park toy line, because the sculpt on it was taken straight from the Stan Winston maquette, and the colorations are so accurate to it as well. This is an absolutely amazing figure, as all of you guys can see, and of course, it's got a try me method as well. Press on the back for a screaming call, and again, somehow the sound effects are working on this one as well. Big testament to the test of time for Kenner, because they took such good care of their toys. But check this out. Oh, whoops, I'm having a little trouble. Here we go. There we go. Super, super sweet. Again, now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Parasaurolophus and some more advertisements. But again, this is an absolutely incredible piece right here. Probably the best Parasaurolophus toy that has ever been made, in my opinion. And I'm super happy that they made this one for this movie. Next up, we have the Velociraptor, codename Snapjaw, and of course it is another tiger-striped Velociraptor, as all of you guys can see, and this one is bigger than the Velociraptors we looked at before, so it's not very much in scale well with the other figures, but it does look really sweet. The sculpt is awesome. Of course, it says try me, pull leg back for terror screech. Now, unfortunately, the sound effects are not still working on this one, but you can see the raptor snaps, and that's why they call it codename Snapjaw. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Velociraptor right here, and of course some more advertisements. But you can tell, guys, the coloration on this raptor is really, really beautiful, and I just love this figure. It's a great addition to this toy line. Next up, we have the giant Pteranodon, codename Steelbeak, and this one is really sweet. Look at that beautiful box art and the coloration on this one. Now, unfortunately, it is a closed box, so we can't actually see the figure, but it has flapping attack wings, and it can burst free of its restraint gear. Now, when we look at the back of the box, you get a better look at our Pteranodon and some of the features, how you can attach wings to body by sliding it onto ribs as shown, insert peg on end of wing into hole of body to hold the wing closed, press button on back to open wing, continue to press and release button to flap wings, press down on the crest to open Pteranodon's mouth, and then retrieve restraint gear from inside carton, put restraint gear on as shown to subdue rampaging Pteranodon. But super, super cool. Another awesome figure right here. The only knock on it is that you can't really see the toy with it in the box, but at least we have this beautiful artwork right here to look at. Next up, we've got the Pachycephalosaurus, codename Ramhead, and these next couple dinosaurs we're looking at are a little bigger than the ones that we looked at before, but this Pachycephalosaurus is awesome. It's got a little bit of a softer rubber skin, it's got a dino damage wound, it's even got capture gear, and it's got a feature where it can bang its head, look. And then you can press it back in with a spring, and bam! which is really, really sweet. And I love the coloration on this one. It looks identical to how it did in the movie. The only problem with it is it's way out of scale. It's super big, but that is okay. It's still a sweet figure. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Pachycephalosaurus and how he can ram his head into some other vehicles. And then, of course, more advertisements like we keep seeing on the back of all these boxes. But overall, even though this Pachycephalosaurus is out of scale, the colorations and the feature on it make it a really awesome figure. Next, we've got the Stegosaurus, codenamed Spiketail, and this is another absolutely beautiful figure. It's got a great sculpt, really good coloration. It's got that soft rubber on the tail and then a softer plastic on the skin, which is really, really cool. And you can actually pull these right here, if you can see, and it gets that tail moving. Now, of course, it's not going to move much because mine is still brand new in the box, so you could also put its restraint gear on its tail and then use this for it to break out, which is really cool. And then, of course, it's got a dino damage wound, which you could put another plate onto its shoulder right there. Now, when we look at the back of the box, you get another good look at our Stegosaurus and a little bit of an action sequence. And then, of course, advertisements for the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But again, another beautiful one right here. And the Stegosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, or my favorite herbivore dinosaur from the franchise. So I really appreciate this figure right here. Now, next up, in the last of the medium-sized dinosaurs is a special one. This is the Carnotaurus, codename Bonebreaker, and this is not just one of the rarest from the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line, but this is one of the rarest Jurassic Park toys that's ever been released. It's got a little bit of a funky sculpt, but I have an appreciation for its uniqueness. It's got that soft rubber skin on the body and some really cool colorations, and then, of course, comes with a dino damage wound and some capture gear as well. Now, when we look at the back of the box, you get another good look at our Bonebreaker Carnotaurus, and of course, advertisements for the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But overall, this is a sweet figure, one of the rarest ones out there, and arguably the rarest one in the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. So I'm super happy to have it in my collection and be able to showcase it for all of you awesome guys. But now that we've taken a look at all of the medium-sized dinosaurs, let's take a look at the couple large-scale dinosaurs from this toy line. So here we are with our large dinosaurs from the toy line, and the first one we have here is the electronic bull T-Rex. This is one of the most iconic Jurassic Park toys of all time. I absolutely love this figure. As you can see, it's got that soft rubber real feel skin. It actually can swallow toys too, and they can come back out the slit in the hole of the stomach. And believe it or not, the sound effects are still working on this all the way from 1997, so listen to them. Super, super sweet, and it also comes with that survival pod right there, which can go down its throat and then back out of its stomach. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our bull T-Rex, along with some of the other advertisements for Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But this thing is just an absolute beauty, and like I was saying, guys, this is one of the most iconic Jurassic Park toys of all time. And of course, since this is the bull T-Rex, this is the father T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park, so it makes it really sweet to go along with the doe or the mother and the junior T-Rex. Next, we have the Thrasher T-Rex, which is the doe or the mother T-Rex from the movie. And again, this is one of the most iconic Jurassic Park toys of all time as well. It's got beautiful sculpting, of course, that soft, real feel rubber skin, and it's got some thrashing action, which is really cool. Again, this is just such a sweet toy and one that is so nostalgic for me. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Thrasher T-Rex and how it comes with capture gear as well, which we see with a lot of the Kenner Jurassic Park toys. And then, of course, some advertisements like we've been seeing on all of the boxes. But overall, this is such a sweet figure. I love the Thrasher T-Rex. I love the bull T-Rex as well. And I think together as a pair, they're absolutely beautiful and perfect. But now that we've looked at these giant T-Rex toys from the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the different box sets that we got from this toy line. And now here we are with our different box sets. Let's look at all of them, starting with the Dino Damage Medical Center. This is a really sweet set. It comes with a battle-ravaged Allosaurus. As you guys can see, it's got all kinds of battle damage. You can put its ribs in, skin over that, skin over its hip, skin over its leg, so that you can completely reveal and unreveal dino damage wounds, which is super sweet. And then, of course, you see here how you can put them out on the medical lab, which is really cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Allosaurus actually in its medical lab. So you see there's so much playability to this. We even get a little blood syringe, all kinds of stuff. This is just a really cool playset. I wish they made more playsets like this these days. And of course, we also get our first ever Jurassic Park Allosaurus figure with this as well. And the Allosaurus is a very famous dinosaur, not from the movies back then, but just overall from the dinosaur world. So it was really awesome to get an Allosaurus like this, and this is just such a great set. Next, we've got the Utah Raptor with Dino Tracker figure and accessories. So we get our little Dino Tracker figure over here. We've got some accessories there. We've got all kinds of capture gear for our Utah Raptor. And then we got our big old soft real field Utah Raptor, which is a repaint from the Series 2 Jurassic Park version. But we got this darker paint job, which looks really sweet. And this one actually has a window covering the box, which is pretty cool. Actually, the other one did as well. But this one, you can't really tell that much. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Utah Raptor. But the funny thing is, the two pictures here are the colorations of the Jurassic Park Series 2 version, and then the one right here is the new paint job. I'm not quite sure why they did that right there, but it is what it is. But overall, this is another beautiful set right here, and I love this big old Utah Raptor. Now we have the Dino Tracker Adventure Set, and this comes with Scutosaurus, Estemiusosaurus, Dino Tracker figure, and accessories. I know I probably said that one completely wrong, but these are sweet. So we got our figure here, we've got our two wacky looking dinosaurs right here, and then all kinds of accessories that come with this playset. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our dinosaurs and how you can actually move their legs to get a little bit of striking action, and of course the dino damage that you can reveal on both these figures as well. But this is a really intriguing and interesting set. These are super interesting species that have never gotten anywhere near the actual movie screen in the franchise, but they are really sweet, and overall I love this box set right here. And now the final box set we have right here is the young Tyrannosaurus Rex with Dino Tracker figure and accessories. And again, we've got our cool Dino Tracker figure right there, some accessories for him, and then some capture gear for our young T-Rex. And this is another repaint from the original Jurassic Park toy line, but in a much darker paint job this time on our young T-Rex. And honestly, it looks really cool. This is actually the third one that we got, since we got two young T-Rexes in the first Jurassic Park and the Series 2 Jurassic Park toy line. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our young T-Rex, how you can place the skin cover over the dino damage, how you can put the capture gear on your young T-Rex, and how you can squeeze his neck to open the mouth and activate slashing jaws, which is really cool. But overall, another really awesome set right here. I know I said that a lot in this video, but the Lost World Jurassic Park has so many awesome dinosaur toys and sets like this, so it's hard not to compliment all of them. But now that we've taken a look at all of these awesome box sets, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the different vehicle toys that were offered in the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. And now here we are with all of our vehicle sets, and the first one we have right here is the Electronic Mobile Command Center Trailer Playset, and this is the coolest of all the vehicle playsets. You get the entire RV right here, as you guys can see, which is sweet. You even get an exclusive Kelly Malcolm figure, which is awesome, but the artwork on this box is looking really great too. It is such a big box that's hard to even fit on the screen. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our electronic mobile command center, all of the accessories it comes with, like the removable generator that lights up, realistic breaking glass, electronically armed fence sounds, and telescopic crane lifts dinosaurs and equipment, which is really, really cool. But overall, this is not just the coolest vehicle set from the Lost World toy line, but this is just one of the coolest play sets, in my opinion, that we've ever gotten from the Jurassic toy lines, and I just absolutely adore it. It's nostalgic, and it just has so much to it. Next, we've got the Ground Tracker all-terrain vehicle, which is super sweet, as all of you guys can see. It has electronic lights and exploding dino damage hood, which is really cool. This is just an awesome vehicle from the movie. Not only look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Ground Tracker and how the dino damage hood explodes off under attack. And then over here, you can see there's a radar dish. There's a light up rail bar or roll bar. There's a crane platform, and there's also launching concussion missiles. So there's just so much that you can do with this awesome vehicle right here. Next, we have the Humvee capture vehicle, and this is my favorite of the vehicles outside of the actual RV, and this comes with Pursuit Dino Pursuit Claw, and pivoting Stampede seats. I just love this vehicle because I always loved how the seat slid out from the side. It was so sweet in the movie, and getting it in toy form is awesome. And as you guys can see, this artwork on the box is also really cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Humvee and some of its different features. And you can see, well, I guess you can't really see here, but on the other side, the seat can slide out, which is just really cool. Or actually, no, I don't think the seat slides out on this one. It more of comes out on a crane, as you guys can see there. But overall, still a really, really cool vehicle. The next vehicle we have is the Net Trapper off-road vehicle, and this is the one where the seat actually slides out to the side, which you guys can see, but we got more really pretty artwork on the front of the box here, and it says it's with high-speed chase net and firing stun gun, which is pretty cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Net Trapper, the way the seat slides out, and of course, it's Net Trap right there, which is cool, and some advertisements for some of the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But all of these vehicles are really sweet, but this one's pretty special to me just because of the way the seat slides out. I think it's really, really cool. Next up, we have the Dart, or the Dino Auto Restraint Transport with Rollin' Tembo, and it is an exclusive Rollin' Tembo figure that we get right here. But as you guys can see, it's almost like this little motorcycle thing that has a little pullback trailer on it that you can carry dinosaurs, or it says trailer converts to Dino Transport, which is really cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Dart vehicle here, which is honestly really awesome. I love how you can transport the dinosaurs on the back of it. And then of course, here's advertisements for the other Lost World Jurassic Park toys. But overall, this is a really unique vehicle, even though it is smaller, and a pretty sweet one to add to your collection or to just use as playability for capturing dinosaurs. Next, we've got the Glider Pack with Ian Malcolm, and this one's cool because it comes with an exclusive Ian Malcolm figure right here, but overall, it's literally just wings for Ian Malcolm. It says glider wings burst open, launch rocket for aerial dogfights. I'm not sure that Ian Malcolm got into that in the movie, actually doing an aerial dogfight. That would have been pretty cool though. And then again, here you can see a better look at our Glider Pack. You can see how the wings have that soft mesh so that the wings can fold and unfold, which is really cool and adds a little bit extra playability to this set right here. Next, we have the Dino Snare dirt bike with Carter, another exclusive figure right here, which is cool. He's got his motorcycle helmet, his camo pants and everything, and of course his motorcycle, which looks really, really cool. It says Snare Dinos in a high-speed chase. Dirt bike has blast apart dino damage, which is cool. Now when we look at the back of the box to get a better look at Carter and the motorcycle and the way that you can actually capture the dinosaurs while he's on the motorcycle. Overall, really cool, and this is pretty sweet too because they did have this motorcycle in the actual movie, so it makes it an even better set for that reason. Now, the last one we have here, I guess is not really a vehicle, but this is the high-hide Dino Observation Stand with Nick Van Owen. And again, we get another exclusive figure right here, but this is high-hide basically from the movie where they go up in the trees to stay away from all of the dinosaurs, but it also comes with grappling claw, winch, and firing missile. And I really love the artwork here. I love how we have the Thrasher T-Rex or the doe from the movie into an actual art illustration form. It looks really, really cool. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our high-hide and how Nick Van Owen can extend up and down from the high-hide and of course launch the missiles, which is really cool. But overall, this is a fun little set right here and depicts a really cool scene from the Lost World Jurassic Park. But now that we've taken a look at all of these different vehicle sets, let's go ahead and check out the couple Lost World Jurassic Park Series 2 figures. Now here we are with all of the Lost World Series 2 figures, so let's look at all of them, starting with the Baryonyx, codename Steeljaw, which is looking really sweet. We got a pretty cool sculpt on this one, and I love this orangish yellow paint job. I think it looks pretty sweet. And then of course we've got some capture gear as well. Now when we look at the back of the box, we get a better look at our Baryonyx right there. And then of course advertisements for all of the Lost World Jurassic Park toys. And something really cool about these Series 2 figures is that they advertise the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect toy line, because that was the next toy line to release right after these. But overall, this Baryonyx looks very, very sweet. Definitely looks different from the Baryonyx that we got in the first Jurassic Park, but this figure right here would go on to be repainted a couple times, so it was definitely a successful figure. Next, we have the Ornithosuchus, codename Gnasher, and honestly, this is a really cool figure to me. I love the sculpt and paint job of it, but I just think it's a really unique creature. It looks like some sort of like salamander, reptile, dinosaur all put together. I think it's really cool, and I love these big old teeth that come out. Of course, it comes with capture gear as well, which is really, really sweet. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at our Ornithosuchus right there with its capture gear on, and of course advertisements for the other Lost World toys and Series 2 Lost World toys, including the unreleased Triceratops that we all wish we could have gotten into our collections. But overall, this is another really cool figure right here. Next up, we have Eddie Carr, Master Mechanic, but this time he looks very different. He's got some bright colorways to him, which look really, really cool. He's also got an urban assault gear, as you guys can see, and a T-Rex hatchling, but this T-Rex is red. So this is a very interesting set right here. Almost looks like it could fit into the Chaos Effect toy line. Now, when we look at the back of the box, you get a better look at Eddie Carr, that T-Rex hatchling, and then of course advertisements for the other toys, which is pretty cool. But overall, this is a bit of a wacky looking Eddie Carr figure, but nonetheless, it's still really sweet. Next up, we've got AJ Big Game Stalker right here, and it also comes with a Parasaurolophus hatchling, which is really cool. But we got AJ, our Parasaurolophus hatchling, and then Heavy Strike weapons pack. All kinds of stuff that AJ can use. Now, when we look at the back of the box, you get another good look at AJ right there, the Parasaurolophus hatchling, and again, more advertisements, as you guys can see. But overall, this AJ figure is pretty cool, and this is one of the more rare figures out there, or human figures out there. This one costs a bit of a pretty penny, and this was one that was hard for me to get into my collection, but overall I'm very happy to have it here, and it is pretty sweet. And now the final human figure we have right here is Nick Van Owen, Tracking Specialist, and this is an extremely rare figure. It's not only the rarest human figure in the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line, but it's the rarest human figure to ever be released across all of the Jurassic toy lines. It's got an infamous name for being the blue shirt Nick Van Owen. But as you can see, we've got Nick Van Owen right here with a Brachiosaurus hatchling, which is pretty sweet, and he comes with his capture pack as well, which has got some capture gear and some different things, which is pretty awesome. Now, when we look at the back of the box, we get another good look at Nick Van Owen, our hatchling, and of course, more advertisements for the Lost World Jurassic Park. But overall, this is a pretty cool figure. There's nothing like crazy about it, but given its rarity, it does make it extremely special and awesome to have in any of our collections. But now that we've looked at all of the Lost World Jurassic Park Series to, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the hatchling eggs. So here we are with our hatchling eggs. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the Triceratops hatchling right here. As you guys can see, these are so adorable. I love the way they come in like a test tube as well. It's really, really sweet. But obviously you could put the egg back there to complete the egg, or you can break it away and have your hatchling in there. They've got little glass eyes, soft rubber skin. It just looks super, super nice, as you guys can see. And now when we look at the back, it's just an advertisement for the other couple hatchlings like the Raptor and the T-Rex, which are all really, really sweet and adorable. Next, we've got my favorite of the three hatchlings. This is the Raptor hatchling. Again, you can put the egg back over it to completely cover the shell and then break it away to reveal your Velociraptor hatchling. This one's got that soft rubber skin as well and the glass eyes, as you guys can see. But overall, how beautiful is this? It looks like a real baby raptor almost, which is really cool. And then, of course, on the back, just like the Triceratops one, we get advertisements for the other hatchlings, which are all adorable and super awesome. And then the final hatchling we have right here is the T-Rex hatchling. And of course they had to make a T-Rex hatchling for this one. And something kind of cool about it is they actually put the bandage over the leg, kind of as a homage to the Junior T-Rex getting hurt in the movie. But overall, this one's just the same with that soft rubber skin, the glass eyes, which give it a realistic look. You can once again close the egg and then break it away to reveal your T-Rex hatchling. And then on the back, we get the exact same advertisement for all three of the hatchlings that we just took a look at. But overall, these are absolutely adorable, super realistic, and great additions to the Lost World Jurassic Park toy line. Wow, that was a lot of awesome Lost World Jurassic Park toys to take a look at. That is the entire toy line, and it is absolutely amazing. But just like with every toy line that gets released, there's unfortunately always going to be some canceled or unreleased figures, and I did want to mention the ones for this toy line. Right here is a Velociraptor with a different paint job that we never got, unfortunately. Now right here is the Bull T-Rex with a completely different paint job, which is looking really cool. And then right here we have a vehicle with a lot of awesome features that never got released, and it wasn't seen in the movie either. Maybe that's why they didn't release it. And then the final one right here is the infamous Triceratops from Series 2 that everyone wishes got released. This is one of the most disappointing figures to ever get canceled in the Jurassic toy lines, in my opinion. But even though we didn't get these cool couple figures that were canceled, we got an amazing, gigantic toy line that made all of us Jurassic fans so happy and excited. Want to see more awesome Jurassic content? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss any of my content. Also, check me out on Instagram and join my Discord server for so much more Jurassic fun. The links to everything will be in the description below. Check out more awesome Jurassic videos here.